Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Leos, for August 2017. So it's for you, my gorgeous Leos, for August 2017. Okay, in general, this month is going to be really nice month for you as well, because you're also going to be very radiant. You're going to feel very radiant. In general, when it comes to your health, actually there will be really nice improvements, especially when it comes to those ailments that have been kind of bothering you for a while, and especially again when it comes to those ailments that were part of your life for quite a long time, but you haven't seen any improvements. Now there are still going to be continually improvements. Improvements are going to continue, and also it's going to make you feel really good. You're going to feel in general much better, and the energy levels are going to be much better, and in general you'll feel much healthier. But what I want you to pay attention to this month, it's going to be like a certain skin sensitivities. I can see that you're going to have like a certain skin sensitivities, and this area is going to be slightly more sensitive when it comes to August. And what do I mean by skin sensitivities? In general, for example, just to make sure like that you use like a fabric conditioner that is completely natural. Try to use all these things without chemicals. The washing powder, try to use the washing powder without chemicals, and that helps really a lot. If you use natural washing powder and natural like a fabric conditioners and things like that, it has got such a beautiful and gentle connection with your skin. And especially if your skin is sensitive, how I think that it's going to be sensitive throughout August 2017, I think it's really important to like make sure that you actually use natural things to wash your clothes with. Very important. And also what else I was going to say is that when it comes to the actual posture, you're going to need to make sure that you are sitting in the correct way, that you're standing in the correct way. But this is also where am I seeing a little bit of sensitivities that you are going to have. So it's really important to maybe try to like move as much as you can, like go to run, go to join the gym if you haven't joined the gym so far. This is all really good when it comes to your body, when it comes to your posture and things like that. So this is a little bit of sensitivity that I'm seeing. So just make sure that you sit in the correct way, make sure that you stand in the correct way, so it doesn't get any like worse or anything like that. But I can only see this, I can see this only throughout August, okay? And also, but the bottom line is that, as I mentioned before, the ailments that you had from before that were part of your life for a while and you didn't see improvements, you see they're going to be slowly improving, but they will make you feel much better about yourself in general, because you're also going to have this boost of energy throughout August. You see, August is your month for sure, and in August not only that you're going to be completely radiant, and as I already mentioned, but energetically, energy-wise, you're going to feel so much better, which is going to have such a wonderful impact on you and your life in general, because you are going to start enjoying things that you didn't enjoy before, but also you will want to kind of start new things, try new things. This is the energy that is just going to make you feel very adventurous indeed. On another hand, when it comes to the actual number, you have number 4. Number 4 is a very significant number when it comes to two different areas of your life. When it comes to your business and your finances, and when it comes to your romance, when it comes to your emotions, and when it comes to your life in general, when it comes to that scale of the things, you know, like for example, this is the scale, and now if the scale is like this, then the balance is not okay. If the scale is like this, the balance is not okay. It's all about you realizing where is the actual problem, what is actually making you so unbalanced and unhappy in your life, and it's all about you kind of getting this balance correctly and getting this balance in the right line, you see. And this is what number 4 is, just getting that balance right. And it's all about the emotions, love life, and it's all about your financial situation. These two areas, these two stages, these two sections in your life, you will want to balance out, and you will feel very passionate about the things that were driving you crazy, that were driving you nuts for such a long time, especially when it comes to your love life, and that you maybe didn't do enough, especially when it comes to you and your romantic life, for example, and if nothing was happening for a while and you really want somebody, this is all going to be playing up in your mind. Why? How? What have I done wrong? Maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. And there are certain changes that you will want to make. There are certain changes that you are going to make, especially when it comes to your love life. For example, if you haven't had someone like for a really long time and you always, or you end up with the wrong person, you will want to reevaluate that situation. You will want to question yourself. You will question yourself, why do you always end up with the wrong person? And then you will want to kind of do something about it. And also you will question yourself if you haven't been with someone for a really long time and you're waiting for somebody to walk into your life, why this person didn't show up in your life. You see, all these questions are going to make you feel very emotional in a way, and it's going to question your current situation, which on another hand, number 4, also mean that you are going to do something about it, and the things are about to change, and your situation, your love situation, especially if it was really bad and you didn't have anyone, this is about to change. But this change, you see, it's 2 plus 2 equals 4. So this change is actually going to happen when you put your input in. What do I mean what do I mean by that? Well, for example, number 4 means that you are going to come to the certain realization that you need to make certain changes. And if you haven't had someone for a really long time, it means that you will most likely change the place where you go out. You will go out with different people, you will socialize with different people, you will meet different people and things like that, you see. And also, so you will want to make these changes, you will create these changes, and you are going to do that. You are going to end up, or you're going to start thinking about going out to different places, meet different people, and also perhaps you were always ending up with the wrong person. It's so easy to happen. It's so easy to happen. We learn with every single person. We learn with every single love. We learn with every single husband, wife. We learn every single affair. We get something out of it. It is part of our spiritual journey, and it's very difficult sometimes to explain why certain things happen to certain people. It's a lot to do with our own karma, and it's a lot to do with our past life, and it's a lot to do with our own spiritual experience. These things are happening. But once you reach to a certain point like this, when you get number 4, which is so significant to do with your emotions and with your career and with your finances, it's so significant when it comes to you actually finally, yay, putting your hand down and finally going for it. You know, that's exactly how you're going to be. You're just going to get that particular stretch, that particular power, and you're going to get that whole new side of life that it's going to be revealed to you through you just making a certain decision. And that certain decision could be something so tiny like, oh, change the place where you go out, change the circle of people. I'm not saying to change your friends, but maybe go out and meet some other people. Like, go into the new circle, meet the new circle. And this is what 2 plus 2 equals 4, your number this month, means. And it means, most importantly, that you are actually going to do something about it. And it also means that the things are about to start changing for you, because there is also going to be a really nice surprise that is going to happen to you, and it is going to be happening to you throughout the month. You know, things are going to happen to you that are going to quite surprise you, and they're going to be kind of out of the blue. And all these little things that are going to be kind of surprising you throughout the month are going to equal one big thing, which is going to push you to go really make that particular change. You know exactly what this is. You've been thinking about it for a really long time, but now it's the moment. August is your month. You're going to feel really radiant. The energies are going to be absolutely perfect. I would just suggest you go out throughout August if you can, and socialize with as many people as you can. And this is also very important for those of you that are in relationships, for those of you that are having husbands, wives. You see, it is also going to come the moment, very important moment, that you're actually going to have a sit down with your partner, and you will want to discuss certain things that are driving you crazy, certain things that are driving you nuts, certain things that you wanted to discuss for a really long time, and it is going to end up in your favor, and it is going to end up, and you know, the relationship is going to kind of go towards even better direction. It's really good to actually sit down and discuss with people, with our partners, like what is really bothering us, because if there is a relationship and 2 people are not honest with each other, then there is no point to be with each other. If 2 people are not talking to each other anymore, you know, there is no point. But sometimes certain things can be saved, and this is what this card number 4 is also very significant about. the 1st of August, right, straight away from the 1st of August, I think this is how you're going to feel. This is your month, like there is no tomorrow. Right on the 1st of August, you see, the energy-wise, you're going to feel really good. But then again, there is going to be the certain situation is going to arise, certain problem is going to arise, certain situation that was part of your life from before, and it's just something that you tried, and then you just kind of said to yourself, no, I'm just going to kind of get on with my life. And then that will also again kind of come to you now on the 1st of August, and then you're going to realize, oh, it's just a wishful thinking, okay? This particular situation is really connected to somebody else. So this is also very, very important when it comes to that number 4 that I already said. And when it comes to those of you that are maybe kind of focusing on the wrong person, focusing on the wrong lover, it is just so much to do with the fact that you're going to realize that you were wasting your time focusing on someone who you shouldn't really focus on. And this is so important for those of you especially that are single, or maybe even for those of you the 1st of August, you see, who are actually in relationships that are really unhappy, that are really bad, that are really negative, that are really driving you crazy, that you just don't know what to do anymore. You know, sometimes, I keep on saying this all the time, sometimes when relationship comes to an end, you know, and when two people don't love each other anymore, it does happen. It really, really depends on our own spiritual journey, how far our spiritual journey we got with that person. But when it comes to an end like this, then it has got such a crazy negative impact on us that it's just the best to actually split up. So it really depends. However, the 1st of August is just going to kind of make you realize that that particular situation, that particular person is just not really for you. And you know, you're also going to realize that this was draining your energy quite a lot. It is going to come a little bit of heartbreak, but this is, you know, I call this a good heartbreak. Please don't get me wrong. It's a good heartbreak before sometimes if we focus on the wrong person, like in this particular situation, for example, if you're single and you were focusing on someone who you had a one-night stand with, or you had a not very serious relationship, it can happen, you know, it can happen very easily. So it comes to this realization that you just have to move on, you know, and from that particular person, because it's not a really good person, and that person also is involved with other people. And this is strictly for those of you that were single and you were focusing on this person. I do see like 3 people there, so there is some kind of triangle going on. Whether you're going to be aware of that triangle or not, that's why I'm saying to you that this is actually going to be a really good thing, okay? Or maybe if you were fancying someone for a long time, you may have not like kissed them or even spend the time with them or something like that. You were just fancying them and hoping them. Now this is the sign for you that you will realize on the 1st of August to move on from that person, because there is someone else going to come in, okay? Another important day for you, my beautiful Leos, is going to be on the 9th of August. On the 9th of August, you're going to actually start feeling and having sense of your own personal security, and especially when it comes to paranoia and your own personal paranoia, like when it comes to money worries, when it comes to finances, when it comes to things like that, you know, and especially when it comes to your own maybe worries, worrying when it comes to your own home, flat, where you live situation and things like that. There is a very good news that you are going to have. There is a very positive thing that is going to happen. So it is actually going to be very good day on the 9th of August, because what you were kind of worrying about, especially when it comes to your financial security and financial situation, and it's connected to your home, it's connected to your living arrangements and things like that, it is going to be actually really good news. This is a very, very positive day for you, because you will be able to really relax. And this is also connected to the certain problem that was, as I said, making you very paranoid about your current situation, especially when it comes to finances and things like that. So you will be able to relax after this moment, and you will feel much more secure. So if you were paranoid about anything to do with your home and living arrangement, it is going to be actually a very good day for you after this moment, because you're going to be able to relax and have that sense of security, and which is going to have a really wonderful impact on you indeed. The third important day that I want you to know is the 31st of August. Now the 31st of August is also a very important day for you, because I want you to pay attention, because there is also going to be a slight slight conflict with someone. This is what I need you to know. A slight conflict on a slight, maybe tiny little, not little, I wouldn't say a battle, but I would say like a slight conflict, a slight little argument someone is going to try to have with you. So be very careful. So if you're working, for example, just kind of like try to avoid situation, be on the 31st of August, try to kind of, you know, try to be, not be careful, but if that, some kind of situation like that does arise, just kind of try to rise above it, try to not argue or anything like that, because at least I'm letting you know now, and at least you're going to be prepared. So there is some kind of little argument that someone is going to try to have with you. This is at work, you know, a working environment or something like that. If you're not working, it is also still going to be someone that is going to be kind of negative around you on that particular day. And if you are looking for a job, you see, maybe that particular day it's not going to be the best to look for the job, the 31st of August. Probably it would be the only day that I would, like, just day in particular, that I would kind of try to avoid. But if a certain job that does happen on that day and you can't do anything to change it or something like that, then just go for it. But just try to avoid anything that's arranged on that particular day. If it was arranged before, then you can't do anything about it. You can just be aware that I told you just to be careful and rise above the situation if somebody tried to have like a conflict with you. But it also means, on another hand, if you are looking for a job, on another hand, and you do end up having a job like an interview on that particular day, just expect to be challenged. Expect it to be challenged in a really like not the nicest way, and it's just kind of that challenge, the way they will challenge you will kind of make you feel a little bit negative about yourself, you see, or it's going to make you feel like a little bit negative, because they will, it's just someone who is going to be on another side. The negativity is going to come from them, and that's why you will like kind of rub off this negativity. It's just someone not really nice that is going to be involved over there. But I'm telling you now, so you will actually know. And also, I need you to be careful on this day also, that someone is also, on the other hand, please, like, this is not related to work or anything, this is in general. Try to kind of not start on this particular, anything, try to not to start anything on this particular day, especially when it comes to signing, especially when it comes to signature, and especially when it comes to any new beginning or any new negotiation and negotiations. Please don't do them on the 31st of August. Every other day it's going to be absolutely fine, but this particular day I just need you to be careful, because there is another person that will try to trick you into something, you see, and that's why just try to avoid any kind of like negotiations or anything like that on this particular day. But also, to make it even more interesting, my God, I don't even know how to explain this, you see, everybody has got some kind of a border this month, like most of the signs have got some kind of a border this month. When I say a border, basically the 31st of August, it's also going to be a very important month for you, because it's almost going to be like you're actually going to end this particular spiritual experience that you are having now, that you had so far in your life. And as we come onto the 31st of August, this particular day, it's actually going to become also like a line, a little limit. And this is where this particular spiritual experience so far going to stop. And once we go through the 31st of August, it's almost like you are walking into a whole different dimension. Honestly, this is going to be the whole different dimension, because after that moment, after that point, you're going to have a really nice and beautiful spiritual experience, and you're going to feel so absolutely amazing, because there is a new situation going to arise later on after this moment, after this point, which is going to make you have one of the biggest turning points in your life. On another hand, it's going to make you to make one of the biggest decisions in your life, and that decision you will feel like a little bit uneasy about if you think about it now. If you think about that decision, if you were thinking about it like a few months ago, you would also think like, oh my God. But now the part of this amazing energy and the part of you stepping in the whole new dimension towards after the 31st of August, it is going to resolve in you actually having one of the biggest turning points of your life. Just imagine 31st of August, just imagine like a one big, beautiful, amazing spiritual door. They're beautiful, they're blue, they're gorgeous, they're nice color, there's lots of green around, and you know it's just so much waiting for you behind it. You know, you don't know exactly what it is, but you know you're nearly there, you're nearly there. Well, that is going to happen after the 31st of August. A whole new dimension is going to come through, and it's going to come in the form of a new turning point, massive decision that you will make after that point, after that moment when it comes to your life. And it is most certainly indeed going to lead towards your own personal success, but not only when it comes to money and finances, but in general, and when it comes to emotions, and when it comes to the sense of the actual direction in your life. This is all going to make sense, okay? And also the first part of August, it's actually now, I was telling you about the 31st. Now I'm going back to the first part of August. The first part of August is actually going to be really good, good time for you, because the first part of August, basically, when it comes to your some kind of a judgment, when it comes, if there is anyone waiting to judge something for you, or if there anyone waiting to make some kind of decision for you, or if you're waiting for a certain decision to be made, my Lord, the 1st of August is going to be a fantastic day. Fantastic time for you, because the certain decision is going to be made, certain judgment is going to be made, something you've been waiting, or maybe you haven't been waiting, maybe you don't even know. However, this particular decision that is going to be made is going to be working, it's going to work in your favor. It's going to be really, really good time for you, because this is going to be also connected to your personal success. It was something that was slowing you down. It was something that was kind of bringing certain negativity in you, because you had negative thoughts about this, you see. And that's why you see this is also actually going to be connected to your own personal success, because you will be able to kind of move on after this moment, after this point, and you weren't able to move on before, you see. And this is why this is going to be so significant, because you are going to feel like you're finally in control. Not only physically that you're going to feel really good, physically you're going to feel really re-energized, you know. It's just in mentally you will feel like completely in control. And also when it comes to the certain area in your life, you see, that you were paying attention to, especially when it comes to like certain maybe hobby or something that you started, you know, you're going to realize that you will lose like a little bit of motivation when it comes to the certain like a hobby or something that you started. This is not so important, this is not so big, but it's just something that you started, and maybe you had like a kind of some kind of vision about it, and that vision, it's kind of going to come to an end, and it's going to come to the certain realization that maybe it's time to move on from that certain area, from that certain stage, from that certain period in your life, because it's not really meant to be part of your life anymore. So it's going to be quite good, okay? And also you will realize that after that point, after that moment, after that realization, your life is just going to be synchronized a bit more. There is a certain also, you know what I find really interesting, that it is going to be like certain competition. And now whether you're looking for a work, whether you're like retired, and whether you don't look for work, whether you're not looking for work, it doesn't matter. It is still going to be a certain competition. Of course, if you're looking for work, if you're looking for a job, this competition is letting you know that there are other people that are also going to be involved with your job hunt, and that you will be in some kind of competition. But then after the part of some kind of competition, other people will be involved. But then after that moment, after that point, you will also be faced with a certain challenge. But then after that moment of a certain of that challenge that you will be facing, it is actually going to end up in your favor when it comes to your finances, because there is going to be a positive news also to do with your finances. I can actually see that the finances are going to start improving as well, which is really good. And you know what, for those of you that are like honestly, what I find really interesting, you know, I find this really interesting, because now I told you that you will have to let someone go, especially for those of you that have been fancying someone who you shouldn't fancy and things like that, when I said on the 1st of August. But everything connected to number 4 in numerology, extremely powerful number, especially when it comes to our emotions, and especially when it comes to things finally start happening for us. There is someone that is going to actually start manifesting in your life, And that particular romance, there's a romance going to come through. And this is what I said, that this heartbreak and all that, that doesn't really matter. If someone makes you, if someone is making you unhappy, it doesn't matter if it's a heartbreak. You know, you're doing favor to both of you, you see. And that's why I'm saying that by mid-August already, there is a certain situation going to arise, and that certain situation that is going to arise is going to be connected to competition and challenge, and it's also going to be connected to other people around you. And then that romance is going to start happening, start developing with somebody very interesting, somebody very unusual, but in a really good way unusual. So that person is going to start manifesting in your life, you see, through all this happening, through challenge and competition, you see, and through good news. When you hear about the good news, like about your financial situation, you know, that it's going to improve. I'm not saying straight away it's going to improve, but you will hear, or you will see, or you will know an indication that it's all going to start looking so much better. And this is the time when this beautiful person is actually going to be connected to you. There is someone very interesting, very beautiful, very romantic, that is about to walk into your life and change absolutely everything. Very passionate person, very calm, very intelligent, very interesting, but very, very passionate. You see, that person looks quite, not even cold, I wouldn't say cold, but that person looks like a very, you know, like very, very serious, I suppose, you see, and that serious energy just rubs off on them so much that it makes them look serious, and that covers sometimes their own romantic side, that particular energy, because other side of energy is very strong. However, there is something going to be very interesting about that person, and through that person, you will actually start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, or you will not maybe even fancy them automatically straight away, but it's just that as more as you know this person, the more you're going to fancy them, and they're the best when they're like that. When things happen like that, it's the best, honestly. I mean, not always the best, but it's really, really great, because you will see that you will be going one step at a time, and this person is also going to have a fantastic influence on you. This person is going to make you feel really good, and this is how things are actually going to start. Believe me or not, but this person is actually going to help you to get over the other person, of course, but it's also going to mark the whole new beginning in your life, okay? And you know, any kind of depression, or I wouldn't say depression, but any kind of hard feelings that you had, or any kind of problems that you basically had, you see, this is going to come back mid-August, and it's just something is going to come back to haunt you. Not haunt you, but there's this problem from the past that was driving you crazy, that was kind of not making you a little bit depressed, but it was making you really sad, and it's just certain part of your life, certain area in your life, certain area of your life that you also wanted to change for a really long time. It's going to come back, and it is going to start changing. You're going to realize that that particular situation is coming to an end, and it's a lot connected to your finances, and it's a lot connected to your money. And it's a lot connected to the actual realization about your own personal security, and it is actually going to be really, really good, okay? And the third part of August 2017, you see, it is going to be someone is actually going to tell you something. There is a certain information that you're going to get hold of, and that particular information is going to be connected to someone very spiritual, or someone very like a wise indeed. And that particular information that you're going to get from this person, and you're going to realize through this person, you're going to find out from this person. It all depends how this information is going to travel to you. It's actually going to give you two brand new options with your life, two very interesting options, like what would you want to do next, and where would you want your life to go. And these two new options are going to be very good, but they will make you feel like a little bit scared and a little bit uneasy. You will not be sure, because something whole new, a brand new experience is going to be connected to this, that it's actually going to make you to have a certain sacrifice and to cut certain things, something very important out of your life in order to move on to the next level. This is all going to make sense to you at the end of August. However, it's going to be really, really good. I can also see you will be spending time with your family. There is a certain news that a family member is going to have, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. fantastic, and you're going to really like that particular news, and the whole family is going to have some kind of maybe gathering, or the whole family is going to plan gathering. However, there is going to be a very good celebration because of the positive news when it comes to the certain family member, okay? And it is actually going to make you feel really happy and very excited about, you know, your family member, because this is really going to be good news that everybody is literally going to be benefit from. And also, what else I was going to say is that on the 3rd of August, there is some kind of planning journey. You know, there is a whole new adventure going to start manifesting in your life. And when I say this adventure going to start happening and manifesting in your life, you see, it's the certain journey that you're going to plan. There is some kind of certain journey that is also going to become like some kind of adventure. There's some new option going to become available to you after this moment, after this point, okay? And also, it's just like a fantastic creativity. I can see you working a lot when it comes to your home, making lots of changes when it comes to your home, when it comes to your garden, when it comes to your living environment. I can see you really enjoying yourself. I can see you being really happy. I can see you doing like lots of things that you wanted to do before and things like that. You see, I can see you really enjoying yourself and being very creative when it comes to your own living environment, arrangements and things like that. This is very important to do these things every now and then, and then indeed. And also there's a certain change that you will want to make when it comes to just living arrangements, and you will see exactly what I mean. And you know, on another hand, when it comes to like your basically work-life balance, you know, you're getting nice balance back. For those of you that are working too much, this is going to be the month when you're just going to kind of want to get things back in the balance, and you will realize how important that is, and you will realize how much happier you are when you make sure that you kind of you know, maybe going to the gym and working, or if you're not working, just make sure you exercise enough. I'm talking about that type of balance. If you're you know, if you're retired, you still need to exercise, and it's that type of balance. You must not forget about that type of balance, and this is the type of healthy balance that I'm actually talking about. And it's just in general, you know, it's at the end of August, it's just the certain situation it's also going to arise that it's going to make you feel really free, really happy, and it's just going to make you kind of go on the next stage in the next journey of your life. And the things that you were feeling like really anxious and really nervous and really paranoid about, now there is a certain power that is going to come with it. That is certain power. It's about to literally rejuvenate you, because remember, you are going to be radiant. There is a certain radiance, certain energy that you are going to have throughout August. Just use it as much as you can, because people, of course, will be able to kind of sense this particular, you know, particular amazing energy. And also for those of you that are in relationships, in long relationships, there is a certain planning that you are going to have. For those of you that are in long and happy relationships, this card is for you, and I can say that there is a very big turning point that you are actually, your relationship is going to have, and that particular big turning point is going to resolve in you making a very big and important change when it comes to your life. And this particular big and important change is going to be absolutely huge, massive, positive, and it's going to involve both of you. However, it's going to be good, and it's going to be something you wanted to do in a really long time. I really hope you like my video. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to say what I say every time. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like my video, share me on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you like. Thank you ever so much for watching. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.